Freezing rain, our main concern as we head toward the weekend, but the trend has been in our favor today. Now, it could be a little bit risky to kind of focus on one model when it comes to weather data this far out, but I'm going to show you the one that I think maybe has the best handle on it at this point in time. So that'd be the European model. We pick it up Saturday morning, rain in green, ice in pink, snow in blue. So we start out Saturday. There could be a few showers around, but most of the precipitation still west of us early, but quickly overspreads the area. But notice the pattern. Good to see green overhead. That's the liquid stuff. The pink, the ice, is up in North Louisiana, Arkansas, east and west of there, and snow as well north of us. So that is Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. But time frame number one that's come an area concern is Saturday night and Sunday morning. Cold air begins to spill south, but you see on the European, still kind of keeps the ice mostly northwest of our area, and even during the day on Sunday really keeps us mostly in liquid rain, although the ice gets very close. That's noon on Sunday. Quickly gets the moisture out. That's a key point too, because if the moisture hangs on longer than that, there will be a second threat for freezing rain Sunday evening, Sunday night, maybe even a greater threat if the moisture is slower to exit. So we'll be watching that trend. But right now, the European is working in our favor, and really that's been the trend in the guidance today. And the key here is a more inland track with an area of low pressure. Why is that so important? Well, that more inland track means that warmer, milder air gets more inland, and that really kind of fights the ice off, keeps it more to our north. A less likely scenario now, but we can't write it off just yet. This is what was showing up earlier in the week. A lot of the guidance had this low closer to the coast. As a result, cold air was getting farther south, and so was the ice. So that's the key thing we're tracking as it stands here on Wednesday night. All right, some updated numbers in terms of the freezing rain probabilities from the national blend of models, and these are the odds of getting basically just something measurable, 1/100th. They've come down a good bit right here in Metro Baton Rouge from the earlier run. In fact, they've dropped about 20%. So now roughly a 25% chance around Metro Baton Rouge of getting something measurable. A greater threat right along the state line, and then as you get west and northwest. So good to see those numbers coming down a bit, but we are still walking a fine line here. So that's why I'm telling you, don't let your guard down. Now, regardless of what happens with precipitation over the weekend, we need to be prepared for some very cold weather early next week. That's going to happen either way. Right now, I've got lows in the low 20s in Baton Rouge Monday and Tuesday, hard freezes. We are talking widespread hard freezes coming up early next week. And when we're talking low 20s for Baton Rouge, that means teens as you get north of the capital city. And we could be looking at some wind chill values in the single digits. Dangerous cold. So we really hope we don't get the ice and get into power outages. Imagine those temperatures on the heels of power outages. So we really need to keep that ice up to our north. But that's going to be an issue whoever gets in on the ice and snow in the coming days. All right, it's quiet tonight. Our Sky 9 view looking back to River March Center. We're at 59 degrees. I say quiet. We do still have some showers around, some light stuff. That will gradually diminish overnight. We keep a small rain chance going Thursday and Friday. Important to note, Thursday and Friday will be mild. So if you haven't wrapped your pipes yet, even though the hard freeze threat isn't until early next week, get that done tomorrow, Friday, before we get into just kind of a messy weekend where you're not going to want to be outside doing that. Keep a close eye on the weekend. Right now looking a little more favorable, but especially north of the interstates. Keep your guard up, and then we get into the very cold weather next week. Probably continues beyond our 7-day outlook. Stay with us. Be right back with more of 9 News at 10.